stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reckless, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, Satan, that star-spangled banner yet waves o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, folks, the festivities are over. It's about time for some football here. You just heard the national anthem, and I would like to welcome you to the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. It's Sylvester Williams, and I'm here live at the beautiful Tar Stadium in Jonesboro, Georgia, in the heart of Clayton County, as we get ready to bring you some exciting football action tonight at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. Sylvester Williams joined in the booth by my man, Coach T. Nolan. As we get ready for football, we're going to watch the Griffin Bears take on the Jonesboro Cardinals. Should be some exciting matchup from 4A, Region 4. Both teams coming into this region matchup with a record of 2-1 in the region. Sorry, Coach, I have the names backwards on our screen right here, but Griffin comes into the game with a 2-2 record, and Jonesboro comes into the game with a 4-4 record here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll talk to you here at the Clayton County Game of the Week. Welcome back to the Clayton County High School Game of the Week It's Sylvester Williams. I am here live in the booth, joined by Coach T. Nolan as we get ready for some exciting football action tonight. Coach Nolan, we got a messy one tonight, Coach. A little bit of rain on the field.
Well, you know what they say, Sly. This time of year is football weather. You know, you have two seasons kind of coming together, going against each other. Don't create some precipitation. You know, if you're afraid of precipitation out here, you don't deserve to be playing in this league right now because I tell you what, come rain, shine, sleet, or snow, the games have to be played.
Yes, sir. The games have to be played. I don't care what's going to happen. It's fall and it's in the south. We're going to get a little bit of wetness out here. We will see some talent on the field tonight, Coach. We have at least 3 D1 recruits, D1 signees on the Jonesboro side of the field tonight. And Griffin, the Griffin Bears, I talked to Coach Laws earlier tonight, and he says we're young, but hey, don't be worried. Every time you bring a team up 1941 up Terra Boulevard all the way into Clayton County from Griffin, they have a team to be reckoned with, Coach.
Gotcha. Well, I can understand that being, you know, anytime you want to take your show on the road, you have to have confidence. You have to have some type of mojo, some type of swag, or else some of these places could be treacherous. Like, you know, that's why they talk about a home field advantage, because some of these places, some of these teams, they definitely have that, whether it be by the band playing while the other team has the ball, or whether it be by the mascot and all those things going on. We definitely know and understand that those situations do exist. So you got to understand, I think Coach Laws will have Griffin prepared for this hostile environment here tonight against Jonesboro.
Coach, you can tell it's a big game when you have the two newspapers from each of the cities represented at the game for this game of the week. The press box is full up here, Coach. Never been this full.
Yes, it is. I mean, hey, what we got? Sitting room only.
Sitting room only in the press box. What a night, what a night. We got about 5 minutes to go before we kick this thing off. Before we kick off the Clayton County High School game of the week, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back. Welcome back to the Clayton County High School game of the week. We're getting ready for some exciting football action here tonight. Coach, man, I'm feeling good about myself. We got this game about to get started. We got two teams with no love lost for each other. We got two teams that if they saw each other in the dark alley, it could be rough. It could be rough if these two teams met in the dark alley, Coach. Griffin is usually the defending champion in Region 4A. Griffin has made it to the state championship won the state championship a few times. The Griffin Bears, they're pretty exciting. Jonesboro, on the other hand, they've recently become a basketball powerhouse. They've become the 2-time state defending champion in basketball, but they want to show we have some athletes out here on the football field too. Boy, Coach, it's good. It's a big game.
Well, yes, it is, Sly. And, you know, it is actually poetic justice because, typically speaking, a bear and a cardinal, they don't get along anyway. So out here in this game tonight, you have two polar opposites in that respect, mascots. You even have two polar opposites, I think, in programs. Griffin has a long history story program of success, and I think Jonesboro still trying to kind of find their legs a little bit in their program on the football side. But, they've been consistently putting out products, consistently putting out D1 signees, guys who have been catching eyes of powers that be on the upper level. So it should be a good matchup here tonight, Sly. I'm excited, man. Looking forward to it. And in fact, I think it has become some type of unspoken rivalry since it's right up and down the road right here. Most Clayton County's teams kind of rival against each other, but at this situation, I think Griffin kind of put a chip on their shoulder coming up here to Clayton County, and I think the team at Clayton County, Jonesboro, is always saying, hey, I don't think you guys can come up 1941 and whoop us like this. So we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be a good matchup tonight.
Well, you just saw the toss. Griffin has elected to receive. Jonesboro will get it in the second half. We're getting ready, Coach. It's about 1:30 before kickoff. The teams are ready. You hear the bands over there getting loud on the far side. You hear the band on the near side getting live. Coach, this is football time.
Yes, it is, and it's a great time because it is officially fall. I mean, if you haven't checked your calendar, it's officially fall out here, or if you want to call it autumn. I think in the north they call it the autumn. Down in the south, we call it the fall. Well, I tell you what, Sly, out here with all this rain and precipitation out here on the field, no one should be asking for water. No one should be tired, and no one should say they're too hot. So it is a good night for football. I think the game gods is going to let the light shine and give us a chance to go. Hey, guys, I'm ready to go, Sly.
There you have it. There you have it. Jonesboro has come out first. They're coming out in all black. Jonesboro is in all black with white numbers and the red helmets. Griffin's coming out on the field. Griffin, they're walking out on the field. They're not in a rush. They're ready. They hit the 20-yard line, and now they decide to pick it up and move on in. Griffin will be wearing the white trousers, white shirts, green numbers with yellow outline and the yellow helmets. The Bears are ready. The Cardinals are ready. You hear the band is definitely ready. Coach, I'm ready. It's football time, Coach.
Yes, it is. I can't wait until kickoff. We've been having some fabulous kickoffs the last couple of weeks. Kind of interested in seeing what the kicking game will be like here tonight. Anticipation, everybody jumping up and down, chest bumping, high-fiving, bouncing around, jumping jacks. Only one D doing the T-bone. Everybody's ready to get out here and get playing. I'm excited as well.
Interesting backstory in this. Coach Laws, second-year head coach at Griffin, is familiar with Jonesboro. He is no stranger to Clayton County. He was once the head coach at Drew High School, a team that was featured on the Game of the Week 2 weeks ago as they slaughtered North Clayton in our Game of the Week 2 weeks ago over at Southern Crescent High School. So Coach Laws is no stranger to this stadium at all. The first coach at Drew High School, Coach Laws. But now he's switched on over to the other side. He's a bad guy now. He's a bad guy on the wrong side of the field. Well, Coach, we're getting ready for the kick. The kicker will set it up. Now, Coach, it's wet out here, and they're playing on this turf. I wonder if we'll have any of those turf monsters jump up and grab anybody tonight.
What we hope now that we should. I think the guys are equipped and used to playing this type of condition.
Well, here we go. Here's your kick. It'll be fielded around the 10, brought out straight up the middle of the field to the 40. He finds it on the 50, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. He'll be pushed out of bounds right around the 30-yard line. They are hyped. They are ready to go on the return. That was Jalen Harden. Senior DB gets the game started just right for the Bears.
Good looking return that time by the Griffin Bears. Everyone was blocked. Every lane was open, and, if it wasn't for a touchdown-saving tackle by number 9 of Jonesboro, I'll tell you what, only thing would have stopped him would have been the red light, Sly.
Yes, sir. The only thing would have stopped them would have been the red light. Here we go. Griffin's coming to the ball. Coach Laws, how is he going to set up? He'll have 4 receivers in the game. Two on the wide side, two on the short side. Number 18, junior starting quarterback, Tylen Morton. He'll have a running back dotted behind him. Not quite sure. Can't catch his number. Send the man in motion. Running back goes nowhere. Met in the backfield by Joshua and Kylie James, or Joshua James and Kylie James. 9 and number 8 meet them in the backfield.
Well, you know, Sly, in football, I've been around long enough to know a lot of different type of defenses, but there's only one that's tried and true: penetration.
Those are two D1 signees. One's going to Colorado State and the other one's going to Kentucky. Empty backfield, fake to the man in motion, slant across the middle, wide open. And he'll be brought down close to the first down.
You know, and Griffin runs that hurry-up style offense, so, you know, it's going to be hard-pressed for Jonesboro to stay adjusted and keep up with it.
Here we go. They'll fake it up the middle. They'll throw it to the side. He's on the sideline, and he'll be brought down, and he'll have more than enough for the first down. So we'll have first and 10. Ball on the 17-yard line. We'll give them 17-yard line. No huddle trips at the bottom of the field, the bottom of the screen for our viewers. Throws the inside slant. No good. Good defense on the play. Looks like that was number 27, Robert Smith, on the coverage.
Well, one thing about it, we know Griffin, they snaps it in a hurry. I mean, they get a lot of plays off in the game, but one thing, you slow that down. If you play good defense and cause an incomplete, that's able to slow that fast break offense down.
Here we go. They'll send that man in motion one more time. Jamal Harris. Oh, running back slips up, and there's that turf monster jumping out to get him on this wet field. Dedrick Titus.
You know, good stop right there by Jonesboro. I think, you know, them being in place, you know, staying at home, playing position football had a lot to do with him, you know, kind of being indecisive and then hence losing his feet on the carry right there, Sly.
Here we go, 3rd and 12, Griffin ball. Empty backfield, hits a man in the hook curl. He'll shake a tackle, and he'll step back across the field, and he'll be brought down right around the 4-yard line. Nifty footwork by the receiver on the play, Coach.
Yes, it was. And, you know, the quarterback put it right where it needed to be, right in that window. But Jonesboro has to kind of adjust and get in position. What's happening is they're not in position. Yeah.
You hear the coaches in the booth getting loud. They wanted them to snap the ball. Griffin runs a hurry-up offense. They want everything moving fast, and in a hurry. What happened? Jonesboro had some players running off the field, and they didn't snap it in time. 2nd and goal, ball on the 2. Handed off straight up the middle. Touchdown, Bears. Isaiah Sproul, a senior running back, punches it in.
Good job right there by the Griffin offense. You know, that was just a situation where they were moving at a totally different speed than the Jonesboro defense, and they were able to catch Jonesboro out of position on a couple of key plays during that drive. You got to give your hats off to Coach Laws and Griffin for the nice game plan there.
Well, 9 minutes, 53 seconds to go. The score, 6-0. Blue flag on the field. Coach, what's going on with the blue flag down there on the field?
Now, that is, you know, not quite sure what's going on with the blue flag, Sly. Maybe it's something new to Clayton County, or not quite sure. We have to do a little bit of research on that and find out what the significance of the blue flag is.
Prostate Cancer Awareness Week. There we go. Worthy cause. I thought the ref might have confused his laundry, but we're doing it for a worthy cause. Prostate cancer. High snap. Here's the kick. It goes straight through. It's good. The score, 7-0. The Bears on top. We're going to take a quick commercial break here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. Welcome back to the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. Griffin will kick this thing off to start. Opening drive, a little bit of confusion. Fielded right there by Montavian Brooks. Montavian is wrapped up and brought down right around the 16-yard line. Coach, he should have let his deep man return that one.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, Sly. You know, one thing I like to always point out to the youngsters, you know, there's a guy by the name of Keith Byers. He leads the NFL in the history of kickoff return yards. He never made one move. He always went straight. And one thing about it, he led the league because every time he never lost any yards. And that time he had a chance to break, but he started trying to dance a little bit. He ended up losing a little bit of yardage. And so here we are. Now he has his team on a hard situation on the 15-yard line.
All right, here we go. First and 10. Cardinal ball. They'll go shotgun formation. Two backs handed off to the inside back. He finds a seam up the middle. 40, turn on the Jets, young man. 50, 40, 30, pull away. Touchdown, Jonesboro. What a run straight up the middle. Turn on the Jets, young man. Turn on the Jets.
Awesome run, great execution by the Cardinals of Jonesboro. And you got to love the way he attacked the crease. Once he got to the safety slot, he took the ball and just put on the Jets. He didn't look back. He strided out, and over a 100-yard distance, he was able to pull away. And that's what you want to see from a young back out there. That was textbook running back material. Skill at his finest at the running back position.
Montrelius Mosley. He was moving so fast I couldn't call his name, Coach. That's how you move down the field. Here we go. We'll set up for this extra point.
And I tell you what, Sly, we talked about how quick Griffin scored, but that was even quicker.
Coach, I came to a football game and I ended up watching a track meet, Coach. They're moving out here. A little bit of confusion on the play. Not enough players in the game. Man running on the field late. Delay a game penalty. Fifth game of the season. Supposed to have that one down packed by now, Coach. Here we go. We're going to set up for this extra point conversion. Asil Castaneda. And it is no good. No good from Castaneda. The score, 7-6. Griffin on top with 9 minutes, 28 seconds to go in the ball game. Coach, I don't know if I can keep up this pace.
I tell you what, they all set the pace tonight. Like we talked about, those were two quick scores. And, you know, I always say the two most important possessions in a football game are the ones that start the game and start the second half. And that time, each one of those teams were able to answer the bell, get out here and let each one of their opponents know that they're here to play. Now, I can't say this. That mixed extra point may be costly. We will see.
All right, back deep for Griffin. Looks like we have number 4, Dedrick Titus. Number 40, who is that? Quintavious Lindsay. Not quite sure who's back deep on that far sideline, Coach. Eyes aren't as good as they used to be. Can't see everything over there. 14, Jalen Harden. Jalen Harden. He's the one. No, that's not. Yep. 14, 40, and 4. Jalen Harden. This time they kick it away from Harden. It'll be fielded by Lindsay. Lindsay's looking. Lindsay's trying to get to the outside. And Lindsay will be brought. No. Oh, flag on the play. We got a flag down there, Coach. One of those blue flags out there.
You know, and I tell you what, Sly, he really tried to get to the wall that time. They kicked the ball, Jonesboro did, opposite of what Griffin had their return set up. So it's kind of hard for the returner to get back all the way across the field. But he did make it, but not able to get a lot of yards. Now, again, we have a flag on the play, so let's see exactly what's going on with that call.
All right, he made it back to the 17-yard line, but it's a flag on the field. We'll see where they spotted it. Now, Coach, last possession, Griffin moved down the field like they were going against an empty backfield. Going against an empty defense. What does Jonesboro need to do to adjust to this, Coach?
Well, one thing about it, when you're in a spread offense, there aren't but so many plays that you can run out of it when you're going fast break. So that's the only disadvantage to it. So right here, Jonesboro has to know that. And with only one back in the backfield, they need to spread their linebackers out to kind of take away that slant or that quick, that kind of, flat kind of pass that Griffin is hurting them with. Or they either need to bring up the safeties. Griffin hadn't gone deep yet, so we'll see.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Griffin will have the ball on the 7-yard line. They'll hand it off to the back out of the backfield. He does not break contain. He will not break contain on the end, and he'll be brought down for a loss. Not quite sure who's the young man on the tackle. Looks like that's number 8 on the tackle, Joshua James, defensive end.
And Sly, we talked about it. It was evident on that play. Jonesboro has the advantage up front, so they're able to kind of control the line of scrimmage. So right now, Jonesboro needs to kind of spread their backwards and get in those passing lanes.
2nd and 10, Griffin ball. 2nd and 12. Griffin will have it on the 4-yard line. Same thing. Straight up the middle, and he goes nowhere. Met by a few Jonesboro defenders in the backfield. Who is that? Isaiah Sproul on the carry.
And I really am falling in love with this Jonesboro front line right now on the defensive side as the game is going on. They're really showing that as a 4-man front, they can really control the line of scrimmage. And you can kind of see the pedigree of those big D1 signees up there working tonight, Sly.
Brought in another rusher, Oliver Mosley. He's in the game at defensive tackle. Shotgun snap, throws it to a man on the wing. You catch it. No juke move is not any good. He may gain 3 yards, but Johnny on the spot, as soon as he caught the ball, was the Cardinal defender. Looks like that was number 7 on the tackle, Terrico Balcom. I think that was it. Didn't quite catch that number, but I think that was number 7. Not quite sure.
Well, I tell you what, maybe Jonesboro kind of are listening in to us tonight. So on that play right there, they was able to kind of spread their defense, and therefore they were in position to make a play. Therefore, making Griffin have to punt the ball right now.
The Cardinals will be punting out. The Bears will be punting out of their own end zone. They'll have 2 gunners on the bottom of the field. Rugby soccer style kick. Good kick. And it'll be, fumbled and bobbled. And it'll be brought down right there on the 44-yard line. Great starting field position for the Jonesboro Cardinals.
Yes, it is, Sly. And, if you're Jonesboro, you have to feel good about your running game. And so far, on both sides of the ball, you've been able to win. You won on offense, and you just won that series on defense. So let's see if they're going to come back and try to pound them with the run and give them a steady dive of what got them in the end zone on the last offensive possession.
Zedrick Cooper lining up deep. He's the Clemson signee, Clemson commit. They'll hand it off, trying to find room on the outside. He gets to the corner, trying to find some room, and he'll plow his way forward, and he'll be brought down right for a gain of about 6, maybe 7, depending on the spot.
Sly, and where I'm from, it may not be the earth, but where I'm from, when you can get 6 yards on a first down carry, you're doing really good. So let's see if Jonesboro is going to stay with it as they run their version of a no-huddle offense.
Mosley in the backfield, I formation. He's back deep. 2 receivers to the wide side. Student body left. No. Great job by the Griffin defense. The Griffin defense led on the play. Looks like that was number 42 was the first man in there. Cody Strait Jr. led his way in there, and a host of other Bear defenders came in there to make the tackle and clean up the mess.
And yes, he spearheaded that. I don't know if that was a blitz or not on that play right there. I believe it was. But they had great penetration that time, the Bears did, and able to stop that play of Jonesboro.
Here we go. Cooper will take the snap. 3-step drop. Cooper looking. Throws, hits his man. He has the first down. First down pass to Jordan Griffin.
And right here off the bat, this is really our first time seeing the Jonesboro offense. In their first possession, they scored on the first play. And right now, you're kind of seeing that they're keeping this Griffin Bear defense off balance.
Here we go. I formation. Trying to get to the outside. He's trying to make it to the corner. He'll pick up 4 yards on the carry. Mr. Mosley. Mr. Mosley's got to be close to 100 yards right about now. You count 84. Let's just figure everything else out from there, Coach.
Absolutely. It doesn't hurt that you start your first carry for 84 yards. So, looks like he's going to have a good night, one for his stat book or anyone who's keeping stats on him tonight if Jonesboro can keep moving the ball the way they are on the ground.
All right, second and about 6. 5 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Hand it off to Mosley one more time. He's trying to find room. Flag on the play.
Yeah, let's see what's going on with that right there, Sly. Coming in from the side right there, so not quite sure if that was a clip or a hold or something like that, but the backs from Jonesboro are actually showing some patience as they're looking and trying to find a hole to slither through there.
All right, it looks like Jonesboro is changing out a little bit of their personnel. Mosley's coming out of the game. Going to give him a breather over there. Cooper in the backfield alongside Montavian Brooks. Montavian Brooks, young sophomore in the game. Looks like we got a big tight end, 2 receivers to the bottom of the field. Let's see what Cooper does. Cooper, if you don't remember Cooper from last year, I don't feel bad for you because Cooper didn't play last year. Cooper tore his ACL, and this kid is such a good athlete, great player. He still managed to get a scholarship offer from Clemson with a torn ACL.
Speak volumes of the kind of kid he is. Pretty sure he's an athlete, but I'm pretty sure Clemson also saw something in him off the field, whether it's academic or whether it's community service or character. Those things can take you a long way, and we want to make sure that we convey that message to all of the prospective student athletes out there. You have to have play on the field, but you also have to excel off the field as well to be able to go to that next level, Sly.
Yes, sir. To all those young student athletes out there watching this game, you can be the best athlete in the world on the field, but if you can't read or write, you won't make it to the next level, and that's about as basic as I can say it. Here we go, 2nd and 17 after the penalty. 2nd and 17. Jonesboro ball. Cardinals will line up in the shotgun formation. Cooper will have twins to both sides of the field. Cooper, 3-step drop, looking, throws, hits his man, hit Mosley, and Mosley will scamper out of bounds, and he'll be close to the original line of scrimmage, but we have another flag on the play.
Looks like it might be a crackback or a block in the back coming in late by Jonesboro there. Oh, no, they call holding, son.
Well, we're moving back. Depends on what side of the field you're on, if that's good or bad. Everybody on this side of the field thinks it's bad. Everybody on the other side of the field thinks it's great.
Well, one thing about it as a coach, Sly, you don't want to get too upset with your players if they're making penalties trying to play. And that time, I saw that play, and that was just a young man trying to come and block and help out his runner. Just happened to have his head on the wrong side, so got called for the play. Those are the ones you can forgive.
Well, we got about 2nd and 23. They'll fake the inside handoff, trying to set up the screen. Has a man. Mosley will catch it, and he'll pick up about 8 or 9 on the carry. He'll pick up about 8 or 9, and that'll make it 3rd and a long 12.
Good play execution on the
13
screen pass right there, Slide. I mean, pretty good execution, but Jonesboro they backed up so far, Slide, that it's going to take a whole lot to get that first down.
Here we go, 3rd and 14. Blitz coming from the outside. Picked up, hits a man in the flat. Ooh, good head, way to come up. The strong safety on the play, Jalen Horton. The DB comes up with a solid hit to slow things up.
Yes, it was. Way to read and react that time by the safety. I mean, textbook play. Staying in his back pedal, kept everything in front of him. Once he diagnosed the play, closed on the play aggressively, and laid a hit or made a lick for impact to stop the play, causing Jonesboro to have to punt now, Sly.
Jonesboro is going to punt. That's interesting right there. 4th and 12. 4th and 7. Ball on the 27-yard line. They're going to punt it. Oh. And did he kick it in the end zone? Well, I guess that's why Coach Floyd's the coach and I'm up here in the booth.
That was a good job on placement by the punter that time. Excellent job to get the ball down to the 5-yard line, causing Griffin to have to start deep in their territory, which, went well last series for Jonesboro's defense because they were able to get out of here in this deep territory with a 3-and-out, causing Griffin to have to punt the ball.
All right, 3 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the first quarter. Griffin will have the ball 1st and 10 on their 5-yard line. Sending a man in motion, quarterback's looking, flicks it to the outside. Great open field tackle on the play. Jason Sears coming up and making the tackle.
That was a good tackle and good discipline by the Jonesboro Cardinal defense. That time Griffin spread them out, sending everybody down the field trying to clear out and wanted to hit underneath to the back. But Jonesboro stayed disciplined and played it well.
Shotgun snap, handed off inside. Running back trying to go somewhere, and he goes nowhere. And he goes nowhere fast. This Jonesboro defense is pretty aggressive on the run.
Yes, it was. That time able to stay home. I always say as long as you play position football, you can always have a chance to make a play, and Jonesboro doing that here tonight against Griffin.
All right, here we go. Shotgun. They'll roll out. Hit a man in the flats. And he'll be brought down for no gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. 4th and about 5, maybe. 4th and about 5. And the punting unit will come back on the field.
Another impressive stance, defensive stand right there by Jonesboro. They started out a little shaky against this fast break offensive Griffin, but, as of late, they've been able to make some adjustments and catch up with it, and as a result, has forced Griffin to have 2 consecutive 3-and-outs.
All right, here we go. Looks like Montavian Brooks back deep, soccer style, rugby kick, fair catch called for. No interference on the play. It'll be Griffin ball. And you hear the Jonesboro faithful. They are upset with that. Looks like it was no kick interference. What do you think, Coach?
I wasn't quite sure if he tried to call a fair catch or if he was going to try to catch it. Now, look, before he called fair catch when I thought he should have returned it. On that one right there was a clear case. He should have called fair catch. So I think he was kind of hung up in between, and the official didn't award him for that.
Here we go, shotgun formation. They'll hand it to the man in motion. Double reverse, pitch back. He has a man wide open down the sideline, and he underthrows him. Oh! And the play was broken up. Coach Laws is digging deep into the bag of tricks, and he had a man wide open down the sideline.
Yes, he did. Surprising play at this juncture in the game, but I guess Griffin trying to kind of catch Jonesboro off balance, but even on that play, Jonesboro had so much penetration that he couldn't step into the throw, which caused him to underthrow it. And then on top of that, Jonesboro was disciplined enough to stay home with their safeties. Luckily, Griffin didn't throw an interception. Lucky for Griffin that time.
Here we go, shotgun formation. They'll hand it off to the back, cuts back upfield, and he'll be brought down for a gain of about 5, and that'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Again, we talked about it. This Jonesboro defensive front is impressive. I mean, they're holding their own tonight. And right now, it's really hard for Griffin to get any yards on the ground against this defense tonight so far.
Here we go, shotgun formation one more time for Griffin. They'll hand it off. He's trying to find some room. Goes nowhere, and the first man on the play, Catla Maria, the junior defensive end, was the first man there to put a stamp on that play.
You know, and I'm talking about we have some grown boys out there tonight on this defensive front line. I mean, they're just basically mano-a-mano forward. They're not blitzing. They're not stunting. They're not slanting. They're just playing straight up, playing their gap slide, and they're playing defensive and position football, and they're taking it to this Griffin offense out here tonight.
Coach, that's the end of the first quarter, Coach. And wow, boy, that was a run, Coach. It started off a lot of fireworks.
Well, I tell you what, looks like we have ourselves a game on our hands tonight, Slot. Right here, as you can see, Jonesboro is definitely trying to fight off that turnover they just had. If they can get out of here with another defensive stance, I think it's going to really send a message over to that Griffin sideline and let them know, hey, you guys really have to work tonight if you're going to try to get anything up out of this stadium here in Clayton County.
Yes, sir, you're going to have to work. Well, here we have the end of the first quarter. The score, 7-6. Griffin on top here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. All right, welcome back. 4th and 6. Start of the second quarter here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. I'm Sylvester Williams, joined by Coach T. Nolan. Punting formation, they'll spread them out wide. Here's the snap, bouncer. Oh, running into the punter. It's going to be a flag on the play. Coach, that right there was a total mental mistake by the defender on the Jonesboro side. He didn't lay. If he would have just laid out for it, Coach, he would have got the block.
You know, details. You know, details are very small, but they make so much of a big impact. You look at this game right now, and that first mixed extra point by Jonesboro may cost them. Right here, not handling the punt correctly may cost them. They were able to dodge that bullet and get out of there with 3 and out, or making Griffin go 3 and out. But then here we are, Griffin punting the ball, and now Jonesboro goes in and commits a roughing the kicker call to put the Griffin Bears right back on offense. You know, I don't know how many bullets you can dodge, Sly. You know, sooner or later your luck is going to run out. So Jonesboro has to get this together in order if they want to win this game.
It is 4th and 1. He called running into the kicker. He did not call roughing the kicker. I was surprised on that one. I thought it would have been roughing the kicker. 4th and 1, empty backfield. Coach Laws is going with an empty backfield 4th, and he's throwing it. And he slings it down the sideline, and Coach, 4th and 1, empty backfield, Coach, and Coach Laws threw it down the field. I don't know, Coach. I might have disagreed with him on that one, Coach.
Well, not quite sure what Coach was looking at or what he thought on that one. I guess he kind of wanted to try to take a shot down the field anyway. But I think I would have tried to. Yeah, I think I would have tried to kind of see if we could muscle that, or even quarterback draw with the spread offense like that. I mean, I think I would have tried something a little more conventional and traditional to try to get that 1 yard if I decided to go for it. So,
Coach Lou Hope said something one time. He said, 4th and 1, that's why they invented fullbacks. Here we go. Shotgun formation. Jonesboro ball on the 50, quick throw out to a receiver. He'll pick up about 3-4 yards. Cooper shows off a little bit of his arm strength. Looks like he hit Montavian Brooks, the do-it-all sophomore on the team.
Well, you know, Sly, in situations like that, looks like that Griffin just gave Jonesboro a gift back, because Jonesboro gave Griffin a couple of gifts so far in this game, and I guess Griffin felt like they wanted to return the favor, because by them throwing that ball on 4th and 1, that was definitely a gift to the Jonesboro Cardinals.
Here we go, shotgun. Cooper looking, underthrows this receiver. He underthrew him bad. You got to throw it.
You know, I'm looking at the situation and wondering, you know, Griffin have not been able to stop the rushing attack of Jonesboro all night. The game is a 1-point game. You have the ball on Griffin's side of the 50. You know, I'm trying to figure out here why won't we kind of run the ball. I would like to see Jonesboro continue and stick with that run right now and continue that dominance in the trenches.
Here we go, 3rd and 5, ball on the 46-yard line. Cooper's back deep in the shotgun. He changes the play on the line of scrimmage. Blitz coming from the outside. They're faking like they're going to go. They're coming. Pressure. Hits him, man. No, he didn't hit him on the slant. He tried to hit him on the quick slant, tried to hit Jordan Griffin. Great defensive stand by the Griffin Bears.
Interesting set of play calls right there by both schools, I think, in those situations. Sly. I'm looking at Griffin trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out what happened on that 4th and 1, and then I come right back. And I look at Jonesboro with a fresh set of downs, time on their side, field on their side, and not understanding why they're not using their strength. Flag on the play. Let's see what's going on right here, Sly.
They're going to call false start on Jonesboro. They'll move it back 5. So it'll be 4th and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line. Jonesboro will set up the punt. Returner for the Bears. He'll have his feet on the 20-yard line. Looks like that's number 14, Jalen Harden. Jalen, high punt. And it'll go out of bounds right around the 32-yard line, 33-yard line, depending on the spot from the ref. Coach Laws is over there trying to help him out. He'll mark it out at the 35-yard line, and we'll have 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Now, Coach, what does Griffin do now?
Wow, you know, right now, I think each team is steadily searching for their identity again. We'll see what happens right here with this drive with Griffin right here and see what kind of attack they come out with right here against Jonesboro.
The junior Tylen Morton's back there. Shotgun formation, has a back behind him, checking everything, looking around, looking like a seasoned veteran back there. He'll play action, waggle out to the left. Great open field tackle coming up, Jordan Griffin. It'll be a pickup of about 4 on the play.
You know, spread it out. Jonesboro, again, has made some adjustments. As you can see, they're keeping things in front of them, kind of flying to the ball. You know, that was a long throw for just 4 yards, Sly.
Here we go. They'll shoot back. He's trying to go over the top. Wobbly ball, and he overthrows this receiver. Tried to run that little, what do you call that, a little flag route to the outside. Coach didn't have it.
Well, they tried to get the soft spot in the defense. When you run a cover 2, you know, the soft spot in the defense is that flag route between the safety and the cornerback. But that time, you know, as a good defensive coach, what you want to do is teach a cornerback how to sink. So he'll sit there and play the slow play on the flat, and if it's not there, it just sinks into the flat. That time Jonesboro did it, able to stop the play.
All right, trips to the top of the field, flag on the play. That side judge is getting his workout, Coach.
I know, right? Looks like his shoulder and bicep might be a little bit bigger after tonight's game, huh? He's kind of pulling that thing out. I might even want to tell him, switch arms so he won't look lopsided.
Yes, sir. Here we go. 3rd and about 12. Griffin will have it. Sending a man in motion, faking to the motion man, setting it back on the other side. I think they were trying to set up a screen, and it wasn't there, Coach. It seems like the big offensive lineman didn't get out there.
Yeah, exactly right. And see, that was a perfect case that time of defensive linemen doing their job, not by rushing the passer, but by holding up the offensive line and not letting them get out into their blocking lanes on the screenplay. Kind of letting the guys back there in the defensive backfield get a chance to keep it in front of them, break down, address it, and wrap up the play. Great job by the Cardinal defense that time.
And Jonesboro defense looks like they have a few grown men out there. You got to check some birth certificates for these young men out there. There's some big ones. Here's the snap. There's that rugby-style kick. It'll be fielded on his knees right there. This time he'll make sure, and it's a new return man in the game. Darius Willis, Sr., new return man in the game. You get one chance to drop it, Coach. You won't come back.
You're right about that, and in fact, he had two. So I guess after the second one, Jonesboro coach said, no, this game is too close, too important. Let's make sure we get some sure hands out there on this punt return.
All right, here we go. Jonesboro will have it 1st and 10, ball on the 37-yard line. Shotgun formation from Cooper. He'll have two backs. He'll send Brooks in motion. They'll hand it off up the middle to Montrelius Mosley. Mosley will pick up 2 yards on the carry. I think that's what you kind of want to see, Coach. A lot of Mosley.
Absolutely, and you can see why. I mean, he's averaging has to be 4 to 6 yards per carry, and just that time he was one tackle away from breaking it to the fence that time. So you want to see Jonesboro kind of stay with that and control the clock, field position, and the tempo of the game.
Speaking of the clock, 9 minutes to go in the half. Cooper will have it. He'll hand it back to Mosley. Mosley finds a seam. Mosley with a good balance. Mosley to the outside. Mosley cuts back, and Mosley will be brought down at the 32-yard line. Great balance by the running back.
Good job. I mean, we talked about it. It's been shown from the first play of this game that Jonesboro is controlling that neutral zone. They are controlling the line of scrimmage. So I expect to see them to continue to run the ball and pound that Griffin defense.
Here we go, I formation. Mosley toss to Mosley to the right. Mosley hits the corner. Mosley falling behind his block. Bunch of flags on the play. Whole lot of laundry out there on the field.
Looks like two officials must be in agreement on the same call. We see a lot of laundry on the field. Those blue flags, of course, prostate awareness, prostate cancer awareness. By the way, Sly, I'm really hoping and praying they come up with some new ways to detect prostate cancer. And that's just me as a man. But anyway, moving on.
Find a new way to check on that.
Yeah, I'm hoping they can do an ultrasound or something. But that's just me as a man being wishful. So in this situation, though, Sly, 2 blue flags on the field, apparent offensive infraction, but still, if I'm Jonesboro, I must continue to run this ball. Griffin has not shown any signs that they can stop it. Let's see what Jonesboro elects to do right here.
Here we go. Shotgun formation one more time. Quintavious Wheeler will be the fullback in the game for Mosley, and they're running right behind Wheeler. And this time Jonesboro will come in, and penalty on the play. Terry Fuller on the tackle. I think they're going to call face mask on Mr. Fuller.
Absolutely. He poured him down like he was trying to rope a steer in the rodeo slide. He kind of grabbed up, wrapped. And, that's what we always talk about. When you tell the youngsters, we want to tackle low, because when you tackle high, you have a tendency to cause those type of penalties. And not only does it hurt your team, but it's possible to even hurt another player. So in that situation, Jonesboro able to kind of come out alive by doing what? The good things they do, running the ball.
Terry Fuller Jr., they got him listed at 6'2", 235. There's another grown man out there. He's another grown man out there. Well, we got first down, first and about 3 due to all the penalties. They'll send the man in motion. They'll fake it, hit the motion man on the flare route to the outside. He hits the corner, and Brooks will be knocked out of bounds, but he'll pick up the first down. Cooper to Brooks, a nice combination.
It was a nice job. I mean, like we always talk about, as a coach, if all else fails, you want to get your best athlete in space, try to cause a mismatch, and let your guy go. And that time was just a simple flare route out the backfield, swing it out to your guy, see what he can get. And that time he was able to pick up a first down and get down inside the 20-yard line.
Just over 7 minutes to go in the half. Jonesboro's advancing down the field. 1st and 10. Brits looks like it's coming up the middle. Cooper's going to change the play. Now he'll get set one more time. Hand it off to Montrelius up the middle, and Trelius, he will go nowhere. Montrelius Mosley Made it to 100 yards, but he only picked up 3 on that carry.
You know, Slide, if I'm Jonesboro, I'm still very happy and staying with the run. 3 yards in a cloud of dust never hurt anybody. And, it's very refreshing out here to see this Cardinal team run the ball. In this day and age, Slide, nobody hardly runs anymore. Everybody wants to pass. This is excellent right here by this Cardinal offense.
Everybody wants to sling it around. Sometimes you just got to run. Blitz coming up the middle, quick pass to the outside. Has a blocker, lowers his shoulder, dive, stretches for the end zone. The referee will call him down. He will call him down. The ground cannot cause a fumble. Jordan Griffin tried to stretch his way out there to get the first down. Jordan Griffin, he's a big kid. Jordan looks like he's about 6'2", 6'3", long, lanky fellow.
Well, you have to applaud the effort. He was not going to be denied on that play.
Quick snap, straight up the middle. Mosley over the top for the touchdown. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Just like you draw it up, Slide. And that's what you want. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, pound them, make them respect you, and then get to the point where you're able to just kind of impose your will on them. I like to call it world over a rock. Over time, it will wear it down. And that's what the running game does in the game of football.
All right, how a player lose his helmet anytime in high school. When a player loses his helmet, he has to come out the game. That'll be Terrico Balcom, senior linebacker. All right, here we go. Ready for some football action. Let's see what this extra point is. Right-footed kicker. High, straight down the middle is good. There's that air horn. Somebody brought it to the game. Well, with 5 minutes, 53 seconds to go in the half, the score, 13-7 here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. All right, here we go. Welcome back to the Clayton County Game of the Week. Sylvester Williams here with Coach T. Nolan. Score 13-7 here at the lovely Tara Stadium. For all those of you watching out there at YouTube, those of you listening on the radio back home, watching on YouTube, you can follow us on Twitter, Sly the Sports Guy. We'll be tweeting this out. For all you guys, Coach Nolan doesn't want to step into the new age. He doesn't want to get a Twitter account.
That's trouble.
Ball loose, and it'll be picked up, and he'll be brought down with some authority on the play.
Slide, as I saw that ball kind of floating in the air, I said to myself, that's trouble. That's trouble right there. And it almost was. Let's give hats off to the Griffin return man, able to corral that ball and take that hit. Jonesboro kind of, they beeline to that ball on that time, Slide, and they was able to get there and make a play on it, but Griffin was able to recover.
All right, we just got some stats in. Number 6, Montrelius Mosley, 8 carries, 126 yards, 2 touchdowns, all in the first half. And it looks like the Griffin rushing attack will not equal the Mosley rushing attack. Not on that play, Coach.
Well, I tell you what, we know that number 6 for the Cardinals has been getting it in. I mean, he has came with a lunch pail tonight. I mean, he came ready to put numbers up, and he has done that so far. Kind of still waiting on this Griffin offense to get on track.
Morton will have it. He'll have a receiver moving motion, throws it to his flanker on the outside. And he might have picked up 1 yard on the carry.
Receiver made a nice catch. Was a nice throw. Even a well-executed play by the Bears. However, just our receiver trying to make a move, slip down on the wet turf, and, kind of touchdown right there by the Cardinal defender.
3rd and 6, ball on the 27-yard line, empty backfield. Looking. He'll pull it down, escapes some pressure, keeps it, interception, picks it off. And he had a man wide open downfield, and he just missed up on the interception. Looks like that was number 3, Octavius Troutman.
And we talked about it. Jonesboro has been playing a cover 2 all night. They've been disciplined. They've been playing position football, and that yet another time they were in position to make a play. That time, quarterback felt that he's scrambling, trying to extend the play and make something happen. And usually when that happens for a young quarterback, they tend to look short instead of long. And he had a man wide open, just didn't see him.
Troutman on the interception. If the band was still in the audience, they should have played something by Roger Troutman. Here we go. Cooper's looking. Cooper throws over the top. Oh, tip drill. He almost came down with the interception. Coach Floyd wanted to go for it all. He wanted to hit Jordan Griffin on that straight 9 route, but he threw it in the double coverage, Coach.
Well, I understand what he's trying to do, but it's a classic case of mistaken identity. It's almost like saying the basketball player always wants to play football, and the football player always wants to play basketball, because they are a running team and they need to run the ball. That time they tried to throw the ball in double coverage. Luckily, they wasn't intercepted.
Here we go. Cooper will have it. He's up under center. Toss sweep to the outside. Great defense by the Griffin Bears on that time. You heard every coach in the coach's booth shouting, sweep right, sweep right, sweep right. And apparently the Bears defender heard him.
Yep, they caught it. And Jonesboro will be good here. Keep running the ball and set some stuff off of play action. I think they can kind of catch the Bears sleeping a little bit here. But let's see if the Cardinals have that in their repertoire as they go to shotgun right here.
Here we go, shotgun formation. Cooper will call for it. He'll fake it to Mosley, feeling the pressure. Cooper escapes to the outside, has a big man to beat. Great job by the big man on the outside. Who is that? Number 95. Got to give him credit for knocking out the fleet-footed quarterback. Wydarius Andrews. He's a freshman. No, that can't be Wydarius Andrews. They got this guy listed at 5'7", 185 pounds. That might not be Wydarius Andrews, but we'll get it right. We'll figure it out, but great job by number 95, the defensive tackle on the play.
Well, Coach, Cooper still doesn't look 100% to me, him running the ball. I still think he's still trying to nurse that injury.
4th down, and they tried to run a quarterback sneak up the middle. I'm a bit confused on the play calling around here, Coach. I'm a little bit confused on that one. 4th and 6, and they ran a quarterback sneak up the middle. I don't know, Coach.
Interesting play call. Not quite sure what Jonesboro was trying to do on that play right there. Maybe they saw something in the middle or with the alignment of the Griffin defense that kind of, tempted them to run the quarterback sneak up the middle. I've never seen a quarterback sneak get 6 yards. That's just me as a coach, and as long as I've been in the game, I've never seen, a quarterback sneak get 6 yards. So not quite sure what they were thinking about on that play, but nonetheless, they turned the ball over on downs.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Griffin ball. 1st and 10, Griffin ball. Morton will line up with an empty backfield. 3 receivers to his sideline. Setting up the screen. There's the shuttle screen. He has a block. No, great job to defeat the screen. I think it's a fumble on the play. Ball's down, ball's on the ground, and it's gonna be Jonesboro ball.
That is an excellent job by Jonesboro to get the ball back. Oh, wait a minute. I think they overturned it. They overturned it.
And I think that was Mosley who might have caused the fumble. I'm not quite sure. Might have been Mosley or Jason Sears. Not quite sure, but doesn't matter. It'll be 2nd and 7. Read option, ball's on the ground. Now is it waiting on the signal from the ref. Jonesboro ball.
Wow.
Hey, Coach, they say something in basketball. They say the ball don't lie, Coach. The ball don't lie.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, what are the odds that Jonesboro gets to cover 2 consecutive fumbles? You know, it looks like to me they got the first one, but it was overturned, and then came back the next play, and Griffin fumbles again, but this time Jonesboro able to get on the ball and recover. Great starting field position for the Cardinal offense right here inside of Griffin's 30-yard line.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10, I formation. Toss sweep to the outside. He'll cut back in. Mosley moving and grooving. Mosley breaks a tackle. What great balance this kid has, Coach. I love the balance from Mr. Mosley.
Oh, yeah, and what you have to love is as a back, he keeps his feet moving at all times. He doesn't like to try to fall down or go down with the first contact. You know, you see a lot of backs sometimes once they're touched, they kind of give themselves up and start going down. But he's a back that he keeps his feet moving and always trying to go towards pay dirt, although he is slight in size.
Yes, sir. A little bit of movement on the line. Looks like the fullback move. We got a flag on the play. Flag on the play, so we'll slow this one down and let the referee tell us what's going on. A lot of laundry on the field, Coach.
Yeah, it is tonight. We're kind of having, some guys doing some extracurricular activity out there tonight, trying to grab a little bit outside the numbers or kind of assert their boyhood out there against each other. Not quite sure what it is, but whatever it is, each team can ill afford to keep or continue to have penalty yards stack up against them.
Balcom and Wise are coming on the field for the Cardinals. Cardinals are going to go I formation. 2nd and 7. Ball on the 23-yard line. Handed off to Mosley. Mosley does not make it to the outside. And he is brought down hard. Looks like there's that guy again, number 95. We're going to get his name. It may be Wadarius Andrews, but they have him listed as a freshman at 5'7", 185, so I don't think it's him.
Well, he definitely is the middle point in that defense. I mean, he is definitely holding up the middle point for that Griffin defense. I mean, he is a bright spot in that defensive line right now.
Here we go, 3rd and 7. Cooper's rolling out. Cooper, pass caught on the edge. I think he has enough for the first down. Jordan Griffin with the reception.
Looks like it is. You're going to see those chains move slide. That was a first down. A well-executed play by the Cardinal offense. You know, coaches are kind of moving the pocket, moving the protection, and giving him a chance to get outside, unadulterated, clear passing lane, and complete the throw.
1 minute to go. 1 minute to go in the half. Quick little toss to the outside. Clock still running.
You know, and Jonesboro has plenty of time. You know, what they want to do is just take their time, be very sound in what they're doing in execution, and just hold on to the ball and score right before the half.
Here we go. Cooper will have it. 2nd and about 6. Timeout. Looks like Griffin is going to call timeout. Well, Coach, 40 seconds to go, right around 40 seconds to go in the half. You got the ball 2nd and 6 on the 9-yard line. Coach, what do you do?
Well, I'm going to give it to my dog until his tongue hang out. I'm going to give it to number 6, and I'm going to let him go ahead and do what he do. Right now, you've seen that straight up, mano a mano right now, Jonesboro has handled the neutral zone on both sides of the ball. They've been moving the ball up and down the field. So right here, I don't want to take the ball out of my best player's hands. You already have a lead, so if you don't score, it's not so bad. But what you want to do is get yourself a little bit of cushion, get some momentum going in at the half. I mean, hey, you have the ball here on the, 14-yard line going in. Oh, no, they didn't call a timeout. Clock has just been running.
Clock has just been running. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
I'm a bit confused.
I think it's just a malfunction in the clock or the clock keeper, one of the two.
and we hear the fans. The fans letting everybody know.
Well, that's one thing about high school football. Nobody is exempt from being ridiculed. I tell you what, they'll try to get on everybody from the popcorn lady to the clock operator. So, that's how it goes.
Here we go, 2nd and 6. They'll hand it off to Mosley. Mosley breaks a tackle, spins out another one, and falls forward, and he'll be close to the first down.
And, that's exactly what you would want if you're Jonesboro. You want to run the ball, take some time off that clock, but still control the ball and score right before the half. Don't give Griffin another shot at scoring before half.
Here we go. They'll hand it back over to Mosley, and Mosley will be met in the backfield, and Mosley will be brought down.
Now, if I'm Jonesboro, I want to get a timeout right here. Get a timeout right here, so you can score.
7 seconds on the clock. With 2 seconds to go. They'll call timeout with 2 seconds left on the clock. Clock operator has been under fire. Now, Coach, this is interesting. They missed the extra point earlier in the game from about the same distance. Now, Coach Floyd has decided to let the clock roll down, and they're going to go for the field goal from about the same distance.
Now, wait a minute. Now, wasn't that a different kicker on the first kick, or was it the same one?
I'm not quite sure, Coach. Same kicker.
Because he looked a lot better on that second attempt than he did on the first attempt. Gotcha. Okay, see, we have our expert spotter in the booth letting us know that that snap was fumbled, so it kind of threw off that kick. But on the last attempt slide, he looked pretty sound. So I can understand why Coach ran the clock down, took the time. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a chip shot for this youngster right here. So
he's a sophomore, Coach. Asil Castaneda. The crowd is silent, Coach. They can probably hear me down there. Let me get quiet. I might be at a golf match.
Well, one thing I know is you can't be iced unless you're a senior when you have something to lose.
Sophomore doesn't care. Here's the kick. No good. And he pushes it wide left, Coach. And that'll be it. We're here at halftime. The score, 13-7. The Cardinals on top of the Bears here at the Clayton County High School game of the week.
Give a round of applause, please. We're doing that. Jason, the caller, presents something they show right now. This is all tag on. And Jason Collins. Oh, nice one. 5955.
I do.
What's up, G? I can't call him, man. What's going on?
We are Griffin. Ladies
I'm at work right
and
now.
gentlemen.
Trying to, you know,
Are you ready?
a game.
Under the incandescent tutelage of production, Mr. Gregory Jones, and led by the Chinese connection, drum major Lou Assistant and drum major Dylan.
Jonesboro up 13-7 at the half, man.
One of the honorable mention of the 2014 Peace Bowl, I introduce to you the groundbreaking, earth-shaking, heart-stopping, jaw-dropping, pure gold sounds of the gold standard of the South, the Griffin High School marching band of gold.
Yeah, I get it. What you get into tonight?
From the discography of the Beginners, written by Phil Collins and sung by Philip Davis. Easy love.
Where is it at? Okay, all right. Oh, yeah, I know about that.
You should let your students know that the game will be broadcast on YouTube.
Okay, get it in. Well, I have to tell you, I do my coach. I got a game tomorrow, so kind of out there early afternoon. Yeah, it's all good, man. Shoot, that's what's up. I do. Okay. All right. Yeah, I wouldn't check it out. You know, so I be seeing it when you don't see me. But it's all good, man. Look good. Yeah, let me go ahead and run, man. But I'll get at you. I'm gonna be trying to get this round on. Okay, I'll let you know the week.
Show your love for the Griffin High School band of gold and easy love. And the song of the super group Journey, Separate Ways.
I know, right? It's so
standard. Put your hands together, please. Oh yeah. It's about that time to pick them up and lay them down. Let's whip it, nay. To the side, and go. Come on, put your back into it. Yeah. You have just witnessed the gold standard of the South, the Griffin High School Marching Band of Gold. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Hey, bud. Hell still.
I could have choreographed that.
Jeff B.
Just forgot what that third one we ran last week. I was gonna write that one down.
What was it? Zone something.
The zone read.
High school I went to, we didn't even have a band. We had like, kindergarten through 12, we had 180 students. We had 18 players running that one.
Everybody's high. Oh, they all.
I have one around the screen. Going around. Okay.
I'm good. Appreciate it.
I have first half. You see a replay of tonight's game and the halftime show. Go to YouTube and search the Clayton County Game of the Week. Griffin versus Jonesboro.
All right, and we're back right here on the Clayton County Game of the Week. I am T. Nolan, coach, your favorite coach, about to give you my favorite part of the show, Coach's Corner. This is where I can talk about both teams, break it down, talk about the adjustments I think each one should make, what they shouldn't make, if it's a good idea or a bad idea. This is the time where I'm able to kind of put it out there and kind of earn my worth. Now, tonight we have out here Griffin Bears against the Jonesboro Cardinals. And I tell you what, right now it's halftime with Jonesboro up 13, Griffin 7. You know, the game started out pretty quick. Griffin comes out with a fast break style, no huddle offense, and it was apparent that on the first drive of the game, they had Jonesboro on their heels, had them on skates, was able to go down the field, throwing the ball all over the field, spreading it out, and coming out with the score and the early lead. However, Jonesboro would not be outdone, coming out on the first play of the game of their offensive possession and scoring from about 85 yards, giving it to number 6, Mr. Montravis. He is the guy for Jonesboro tonight. I think at halftime he had about 9-10 carries for, oh my goodness, over 100 yards, 100-plus yards. He's been a workhorse here tonight. And I tell you what, you know, Jonesboro, once they found out that they had the formula of running the ball, they definitely stuck to it and was able to go out and have a convincing lead right now over the Griffin Bears. Now, if I'm the Griffin Bears, you know, and I'm in the locker room, I have to be, you know, a coach and say, I'm going to look at them and go gut check. Because at the end of the day, what has happened in this ball game is that the Jonesboro Cardinals have been able to dominate that line of scrimmage, you know, which enhances or gives the Jonesboro offense a chance to just run the ball at will. And also on the other side of the ball, they've been able to control that line of scrimmage with their defensive front, not really having to stem, stunt, slant, or even blitz for that matter. They've just kind of pretty much been sitting back in a cover 2 defense, playing the ball in front of them and breaking on it. And I mean, you know, so far tonight, have an interception, a couple of turnovers, and you know, that may be one of the reasons or a couple of reasons why Jonesboro is ahead in this ball game. You know, and if I'm Jonesboro, you know, what I want to do is I want to be able to continue to run the ball. You know, like I talked about, Griffin has not been able to stop them in the trenches. So if I am Jonesboro, I am continuing to run this ball. I mean, if, you know, my adjustments at the half, if I'm the Jonesboro Cardinals, is just saying, hey, let's run the ball more. Those are my adjustments. And, you know, if I'm Griffin on the other side, I'm having to find out if there's a gut check, if there's anybody out here who's going to step up and kind of start getting some penetration on defense and at the same time on offense be able to block those guys on that defensive front. That's pretty much, in my opinion, the two tails of the game. Each team, you know, could stand and kind of make some small adjustments, but at the end of the day, all the adjustments to be made are very simple. Jonesboro, continue to run it. Griffin, you got to step up and win the line of scrimmage. Just pretty much point blank. Those are the two keys for each team to win. You know, here we go. There's our buzzer right there. And, you know, I'm so glad to be able to have a Coach's Corner with you tonight. Again, we talked about it. My favorite part of the show, where I get a chance to let everybody know exactly how I feel and what's going on out there on the field between the two ball clubs. We thank you for listening in tonight. Get ready for some more action-packed football from the second half of this ball game between the Griffin Bears and the Jonesboro Cardinals.
Welcome back to the Clayton County Game of the Week. We're here live at Tar Stadium as we get ready for second half action. Couple of stats to throw out at you. Offsides on the kick. Looks like Coach Laws wanted to try something a little tricky to start off the second half, but didn't work. Well, to start off the throw out some stats for you. Mosley, 10 carries, 133 yards, 2 touchdowns. 84-yard touchdown to open up the game and a 1-yard touchdown. Griffin, on the other hand, they're leading back. Spruill, he has 4 carries for 3 yards and has 1 touchdown. He punched that in from 2 yards out. Passing on the other side, Cooper from Jonesboro, he was 8 of 12 for 66 yards. Morton, the young junior, was 11 of 15 for 56 yards with a fumble and an interception. Tough going for the young junior, but he'll turn it around in the second half. Troutman was the one with the interception, and Mosley also had the fumble recovery. Mosley does a little bit of it all. I think I saw him driving the bus to get to the game. Here we go. Here's the kick. They'll wave it off. He'll fair catch it right around the 33-yard line, and that's how we'll start the second half.
Smart play that time by the Cardinal return. Was one of those kind of wedge kickoffs, kind of to the sideline. Really not really returnable, or in actuality returnable, but not really. It doesn't really give you a chance to set up a return. So that time, a smart play by the Cardinal returner to fair catch that kick. And, Sly, a couple of weeks ago, we saw a couple of guys who didn't know you could fair catch on the kickoff, and it kind of hurt their team dearly.
And they paid for it, Coach. Here we go, shotgun formation. Cooper will have it. He'll hand it off. Mosley goes nowhere. Met in the backfield by Terry Fuller, the 11th grader, the defensive lineman, defensive end. Fuller's a big boy.
Yeah, you can see that on the field. I wouldn't have guessed that he was a junior, Slide, just looking at him. He's one of the bigger guys on that Griffin defense. And that time, he did exactly what you would want out of your defense. He got penetration. And we talk about it. No matter how good your offense is, no matter how good your execution is, it is no match when a defense gets execution on the offense.
Here we go, I formation, 2 receivers to the Griffin sideline. Cooper up under center. Play action pass, pressure coming. Filling it from the backside, and he throws it out of bounds. The pressure game looks like a blitz game from the backside, and they were there.
Looks like a jailbreak on the other side that time, Sly. That time, the backers were able to get through there and get that pressure on Cooper and kind of get him outside of the pocket, made him throw from where he didn't want to throw, kind of got him off his spot, and also had the receiver covered pretty well, double covered on that play. So really, Jonesboro good to kind of have an incompletion on that play.
Here we go, 3rd and about 13. Looks like pressure's coming from the outside. Little stunt on the inside. Feel the pressure up the middle. Tries to make a man juke. Great open field tackle for a pickup of about 3 yards. That'll get him back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yep, and I always say, Slide, the most important possessions in a football game is the one that starts the game and one that starts the second half. And right here, Griffin is coming out on their first defensive possession, sending a message to this Cardinal offense, letting them know, hey, we made some adjustments. We're still here to play. We don't really take it lightly. You running it down our throat for the whole first half. So as you can see right now, man, Griffin has come to play on this first defensive stand. So let's see if the Cardinals can get a good punt off and play some good defense as well.
Hey, here we go. They're going to line up 4th down, 4th and 8. Here's the kick. High arcing kick. Good kick. They'll wave away from it. And the Jonesboro defender will dive on it to mark it down.
Sly, you can really tell it's a lot on the line in this game tonight just by the body language and how guys are flying around and every ball counts. And even from the sideline, you can hear the sidelines animated way up in the booth where we are here tonight. This game means a lot to both of these programs, and they're definitely sweating blood and tears trying to go get it.
Here we go, 1st and 10, 1st and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line. Griffin will send a man in deep motion. They'll have the option. He'll hand it off to the first man up the middle. He'll pick up maybe 2 yards on the play. Dedrick Titus, junior running back, carry. Handed back off to Tyus. Tyus straight up the middle. Tyus will pick up maybe 3 yards, 2 yards. Depending on how well a referee likes him, he gives him 2.
One thing about it, you are not slowing this Griffin offense down. They definitely get plenty of plays off in the game, Sly.
They'll send a man in motion, changing the strength of the offense. Play action. Looking, throws across the middle, has a man wide open, straight down the field, 20-foot race, runs into his own man. Oh, my goodness. He ran into his own man.
Not understanding why he didn't kind of bust that back outside to get to the end zone, kind of looking at the defenders and kind of got caught up, ran into his own guy. But we talked about it. That play has been open for Griffin all night. Jonesboro has to adjust those linebackers in the flat.
Shin holster on the catch and run. 1st and 10, ball on the 12. Handed to the back up the middle, 40. Trying to punch it to the outside. He won't make it, but he will pick up 5. Quintavious Lindsey, senior, 5'5", 145 pounds, scat back. Shotgun, they're moving. Right up the middle one more time. Quintavious Lindsey.
Well, we talked about it. Not too many plays you can run out of that spread offense and hurry up. And that time, Jonesboro was in position to make a play in the backfield that time on Lindsey.
Sproul in the game. He's the back. He's the back in the game behind Morton. Or to the left of Morton. 3 receivers to the wide side. Oh! Motion on that tight end. That tackle. Far side tackle, step back, got out of his stance a little too quick.
And trying to get back in pass protect, a little bit too quick, a little bit too anxious. I think Griffin hadn't moved the ball, too much all night. So right now, they're anxious to try to score while they think they have the Cardinals on the ropes.
All right, 3rd and 7. Quarterback rolling out. Great catch. Did he pull it in? No, he didn't pull it in. Great defense over there by Jordan Griffin to break that thing up. But that was a heck of an effort by the receiver.
Yes, it was. Now, that was good football all the way around. Good throw by the quarterback where only his guy could get it. Threw it up high. Good catch or attempt to catch by the wide receiver. You got to applaud his effort. And then even better defense to break it away or break up the pass completion by the Cardinal defender.
Here we go, 4th down and 6. 4th down and 6. Ball on the 7-yard line. Send a man in motion. Trying to throw the fade route to the outside. Flag on the play. Whole lot of pushing and shoving on that sideline, Coach.
You know, both of them had their hands on each other on that play, Sly. I would like to see them let them play if both guys are touching each other now. But, of course, they're going to call it, in this league. They're going to call defense. And in that situation, I don't think I want to leave it a chance to the officials. I think in this situation, I kick the field goal, Sly.
Well, they have a kicker who's capable of making it, but they decided not to. But they got the penalty anyway, so it'll be 1st and goal. Where will they spot it? Oh, it's still 4th down. Wow, I thought the pass interference in the end zone should have been an automatic 1st down.
No, well, one thing about it in high school, they just mark off the yards. In this NFL and things of that nature, they give an automatic 1st down. But right here in high school, they mark off the yards, and if it doesn't attempt to be a 1st down, then still keep the down.
Well, Coach, that'll bring up 4th and 3. Got a timeout on the field. Now, Coach, it's 4th and 3. The ball is on the 4-yard line. So, technically, Griffin can get a 1st down. But you must rather put it in the end zone.
Well, I was always taught by one of my mentors as a championship coach, you always score or kick. You always take the points. In this situation right here, it's a lot of football left. You want to get some momentum. You kick a field goal right here. 13-10, you're only down 3 points. You're able to walk off the field, heads held high. Now, of course, again, you be a riverboat gambler. You take this shot. Anything can happen. Miss snap, miss handoff, interception. Now you walk away with nothing and a turnover, and then now your kids' heads are hanging down low, maybe not even ready to recover from this.
Coach, I'm a riverboat gambler, Coach. Every time I go to Vegas, I bet it all. That's why I still have a day job, Coach.
Well, I tell you what, there have been so many people bet it all and lose everything. So we'll see right here. Looks like Coach Laws is a riverboat gambler with you, Sly.
Here we go, shotgun, sending a man in motion. Hand it off, trying to get to the edge, and great defense right there.
That's why you kick the field goal,
Sherry Paris steps up with the big tackle.
That's why you kick the field goal, Sly. That's why you take the points in that situation. You put too much pressure on your young kids. It's too much margin for error that far and at this level of the game. When you have a chance to take points, you are supposed to take points, Sly. I know it looks tantalizing. I know it looks good. I know you want to like to think that you can get 3 yards with your team, but in a game of this magnitude, region game, important game, you're down 6 points. You want to try to take the points right now, get the momentum, go into your sideline, and then make Jonesboro have to come back and answer. Right now, you've just given the momentum and the confidence back to the Cardinal offense to try to move the ball here on you.
I formation. Let's see what Cooper does. Hand it off to Mosley. Mosley puts that hand down, and he might pick up 1 yard, maybe 1 yard on the play.
I'm still in wild factor up here, Sly. Missing. It's been a couple, if not, it's been a few interesting play calls and play situations down and distance in this game so far.
All right, here we go. Cooper will line up in that shotgun formation. His feet will be on the goal line or right in front of the goal line. Looks like they're going to blitz from the other side. Cooper's going to check it. No blitz came. Missed the slant route. Hit a slant route straight up the middle to his man, Jordan Griffin.
Nice route. They just kind of came with I don't know if it was an in-between. Kind of came with the post route, or if you want to call it a slant route, took it right down the pipe at the safeties, split the safeties, and was kind of open, and the quarterback Cooper threw a nice rope to him right down the middle in between the safeties.
I formation, hand it off to Mosley. Mosley goes nowhere. Met in the backfield by a host of Griffin Bear defenders. On the bottom of that pile, once again, big number 95. He's been an anchor in the middle all night long.
Right, and you want to give credit to 34 too, the big time junior sticking his head in there, finishing that play.
Here we go, toss sweep to the outside. Mosley trying to get to the corner. Mosley trying to reverse his field. Mosley, a slip out of another guy. Mosley, turn on the Jets, young man, at the 50, 40, and he pushed out of bounds at the 34, 38-yard line. Mr. Mosley.
Hey,
somebody check this kid's jersey. He has Crisco rubbed all the way up and down his jersey and his pants tonight, folks.
You know, looks like that time looked like Man 16 out there. It's like somebody had control of the joystick. You know, he was corralled. He might have hit every pocket of the field on that play. He went from one sideline to the other sideline, back up the middle. Hey, you see why he's their guy.
Mr. Mosley. Justin, the receivers over there. Cooper will hand it right back off straight up the middle. Montavian Brooks on the carry.
Good looking handoff right there, but I like even a better play by the linebacker. Inside linebacker came up to fill that hole. 42 for Griffin. That was a good looking stop right there. But still, you know, Jonesboro been able to run the ball at will, and that hadn't changed since the first series of the game.
Here we go, 2nd and 8, ball on the 36-yard line. Quick pass to Griffin. Griffin's trying to get to the sideline. Has a decent block. No, it's a holding call. I thought he had a block out there by the senior receiver, but I think they're going to call holding on it.
Yeah, it looked like he had a little bit of holding on. He had his hands inside and grabbed a little bit of the jersey as the defender tried to disengage from the block. He was not able to release due to the fact that the wide receiver had a handful of jersey right there. You know, if I'm Jonesboro coach, though, I can't be too upset. You know, one of the things that's hard for a receiver to do is to block. And that was one of those situations where he was trying to block and, just came up a little bit short in execution.
They're going to back that up 2 yards because of the penalty, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, ball on the 38-yard line. Cooper's going to line up in the shotgun. He has 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. Pressure coming from the outside, stun in the middle. Cooper escapes from it, and he'll be brought down by Mr. Fuller coming over the top. Little bobble on the snap. Looks like Griffin had a little 2-man game going on the inside with the defensive tackle and the defensive end, running that little X stunt. That'll bring up 3rd and a very long. 3rd and about 21. Safety's playing up close, about 8 yards off the ball. Oh, another bad snap. And he'll be brought down one more time. And Jonesboro is going the wrong way.
They are absolutely going the wrong way. They have lost about 20 yards on the last 2 plays on just bobble snaps, not paying attention, poor execution by the offense, which now causes the Cardinal offense to have to punt the ball.
The Griffin Bears had a little bit of substitution issues, and everybody in the coach's booth was yelling, "Call timeout, call timeout." And I think Coach Laws called it right in the nick of time.
No. They're walking it off slide with some laundry on the field. You know, I'm getting kind of used to those blue handkerchiefs or those blue flags, and I saw it on the field. Nonetheless, though, Jonesboro so far back, it's not going to make a difference.
Here we go, punting situation. Here's the snap, low snap. Good Good kick. And it takes a Griffin roll. And it'll be down right about the 27-yard line. And that'll bring up 1st and 10 Griffin ball here at the Clayton County High School game of the week. First and 10, Griffin will have the ball on the 27-yard line. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. They'll hand it off to the back, that little read option play, and he'll get to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Nothing doing on that play right there, Sly. Just got about a yard. Let's see what they have on this second down play.
All right, here we go. Second down, shotgun formation. Looking, trying to throw over the top. Has a man, no. And there's the flag coming in late. Pass interference on the play. Morton tried to hit his man down the sideline, tried to hit Roddy Willis. Wally Willis, 6'1", 210-pound sophomore.
Well, that was a nice read by the quarterback. He tried to set up, looks like they had a bubble screen or pretty much jailbreak screen set up for the inside receiver. Jonesboro adjusted, quarterback audible and went for the outside receiver. He looked out there, he was covered, and alertly he went down the field for the long pass and got rewarded with a pass interference.
Well, Griffin will take the 15 yards in the first down, and that'll make it 1st and 10, ball on the 44-yard line. Morton still in there at quarterback. Morton's lined up about 6 yards deep in the shotgun. There's that read option. He'll give it off to the first man, trying to make a man miss, and he'll spin to the outside. He'll keep going, and he'll be brought down with a little bit of authority on the play by Kenneth Qualls. Kenneth Qualls on the good open field tackle.
He was trying, that's the scene right there. He was trying to get loose, but Cardinals of Jonesboro were able to corral him, so saved a big play that time. Good job by the Cardinal defense.
All right, Tyus in the backfield with Morton. Second and about 5. They'll hand it off to Tyus. Tyus breaks a tackle, but a flag on the play. Flag on the play. Tyus broke that first tackle. He managed to pick up 4 yards, but it is a flag. Let's see what they call.
Looks like that was a good read by the Jonesboro inside linebacker. He was able to read the play, diagnose it, and attack it. He just couldn't finish the play by making a tackle.
Holding call against the Bears. They're going to call holding, and we're going to back it up. It's still second down. Second and about 12. Morton empty the backfield. He'll flare it out. Penalty on the play. Tried to get it out to Tyus, but we got another flag on the field. Is that illegal shift? Illegal shift. And this time, Griffin will keep backing the ball up. Last possession, Jonesboro was backing it up on bad snaps. Now Griffin is backing it up on penalty.
Well, Sly, this is going to be a case of who wants it the most.
I feel like I'm at a juvenile concert backing that thing up. Here we go. Second and 17, ball on the 38. Morton scrambling, got away from one, trying to get away from another one. Good crackback block on the backside by the offensive lineman. And Morton runs into his receiver, or his receiver ran into him. Not quite sure who you want to put that blame on.
I think if he would have just stopped, he had a couple of people wide open down the field, but he was too busy trying to run and kind of get away and extend the play. And that happens a lot with young quarterbacks. Once they get away, they forget that they can't stop and throw the ball. And that time happened to Griffin's quarterback then end up taking a sack.
Here we go. Shotgun, double twins in the game. Morton's looking. Hits a man on the crossing route. Good open field tackle by number 21, Kendall Hillman. But another flag on the play. Hillman had a good tackle. Tried to run that shallow crossing route. Didn't get any yards. Let's see if Coach Floyd declines the penalty. Yes, he declined it, and that'll bring up 4th and 14.
You know, each team is kind of having problems executing out here tonight as we get further into this game. I don't know if it's the pressure of the win or the region game going on, but, I mean, you can kind of see some people tightening up out here.
I'm going to say good defensive stand by the Griffin Bears. All their penalties end up causing a defensive stand on themselves.
Well, yeah, if this was basketball, we would call it self-check.
Self-check. Here we go. Punting formation. Griffin has shifted on over. 3 little piggies in the backfield standing in front of the punter. Bad snap. Punter feels it. No pressure. Punter gets it off. Great kick. Great roll. Great kick by the punter. Way to maintain your head. What a job by Aiden Morales, the junior. What a kick, young man.
You know, I'm wondering if that was a design fake because it looked like he tried to go to the up back, but the up back didn't want it, and then it went to the punter, and the punter kicked it. But then even then, if you're a Jonesboro return guy, you have to pick that ball up. You cannot let that, even if you pick it up and go out of bounds, you cannot let that ball roll another 20 yards, especially considering how precious real estate is in this game tonight.
Real estate here at Tar Stadium is kind of like real estate in New York. It's precious. Here we go. I formation. They'll hand it off to Mosley. Mosley stacked up in the backfield by a host of defenders. And I don't know if he made the tackle, but on the bottom of the pile one more time was big number 95.
I tell you what, he's been there, and his next door neighbor's been right there with him too, number 34. They've been partners in crime tonight for this Griffin Bear defense.
Well, Coach, that's the end of the third quarter. The score, 7-13 here at Tar Stadium. Jonesboro on top of Griffin. Welcome back to Tar Stadium. It's Sylvester Williams, joined in the booth by Coach T. Nolan, as we have some great football here tonight. Coach Nolan, it started out like a track meet, Coach. Coach, I thought we were going to see 40 on the board on both sides. But the offense has slowed down, and the penalties have kicked in. At the start of the fourth quarter, the score, 7-13. Jonesboro on top.
And you're right, Sly, it did. It started out like a track meet and has come to a grinding halt.
Here we go. Shotgun formation. Trying to throw it to a man in the little hook curl zone. Doesn't get anywhere, and that'll bring up 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9, ball on the 12-yard line.
You know, I still think Jonesboro needs to run the ball. Still have a lead right here by a score. Not sure why they're throwing the ball right here.
Here we go, 3rd and 9. Play action pass. Hits a man jumping across the middle. Great catch. Way to go up in the air and get it. There's Willis. And he'll have the first down. Good concentration by the young man.
Well, and that goes to show you why I'm in the booth slide, not on the sideline. Good execution. Nice one read, drawn up play for one read for the quarterback. He was able to drop back in rhythm, off his back foot, throw it to the spot, and pick up a first down.
Here we go. 3-step drop, 5-step drop, going downfield, and he overthrows everybody. Coach Floyd looks like he just wanted to open the field up on that play.
Well, and I think rightfully so. They've been kind of keeping it compact and running the ball all night, and which has worked well for them. But in this situation, Griffin has kind of caught up with it a little bit, made some adjustments. So right now what Jonesboro is going to need to do is to kind of stretch the field out so they can kind of get some more breathing room to run the ball.
Here we go. I formation, 2nd and 10. Toss sweep to the outside. He'll cut back inside, and he may pick up 2 yards on the carry.
And I have to say, I'm in heaven right now, some of this old school football. I saw them just go to a quick pitch right there, slide. You don't see that anymore. I think the last quick pitch was on the play call list on Nintendo 64. So, that was one drawn up back from the ages right there. Love to see that out of Jonesboro.
All right, 3rd and 8, ball on the 26-yard line. Jonesboro will send a man in motion. Brooks will come across the screen. Blitz coming. Pick up by Mosley. Cooper scrambling, feeling the pressure. Cooper is brought down by the entire Griffin Bear defensive line.
I thought Griffin might have got away with the offsides over there on that top side. The end kind of shot off there pretty quickly. Either he's super quick or there was a penalty that time. I think they might have got away with one that time on that rush. But hey, if the refs don't call it, it's not a penalty, so they let them play on.
All right, here's the snap. Line drive kick. It'll take a Jonesboro bounce, and he lets it roll by him. He lets it roll by him, and it'll be down on the 22-yard line.
Wow. We've seen some mistakes tonight in the kicking game, and I think right there, although it may not have been set up for the return, if you're the Griffin return guy, you have to help your team out and feel that punch. It wasn't a great kick by the Cardinal punter, but he got an end-over-end kickoff, and it was able to roll for another 25 yards. Wow.
Sometimes these youngsters, they got to learn how to be jerks. You got to take the ball every chance you get. Here we go. Morton to step up. He'll tuck it. Morton, he'll pick up the first down, and he'll step out of bounds out there, gain of about 12 on the carry. So it'll be 1st and 10. Griffin ball.
Wow. Well, right now Jonesboro's kind of sitting back in this zone that they've been playing all night, and it's worked for them well. But I've seen some running room in alleys for this quarterback.
Morton with the quick pass to the outside, and they'll pick up about 5 on the carry. Griffin is going to take what they can get. Whatever Jonesboro gives them, Griffin's going to take it.
If I'm Jonesboro right here, I have to send a little bit of heat right now. Kind of slow this down.
Fumble the snap. Oh, he gets popped. What a big play by Jordan Griffin to come up and break that pass up with some authority.
We've seen that if you let this Griffin quarterback get on his spot, he can kind of hurt you and pick the defense apart a little bit. He did it on the first drive. He's done it a couple of times in subsequent drives, but if I'm Jonesboro right now, I got to send a little bit of heat slide. Even if it's one guy, go man on one corner or man-to-man or something, and kind of give him a different look. Get him off his spot, because right now he's a little bit too comfortable making plays back there for this Griffin offense.
Had a man down. Looks like that was Sims Bostic. He's up. He got off the field quick. He must have knew the camera was on him. So he got up and got off the field pretty quick.
Well, maybe he forgot what team he was on. He tried to fake an injury so he could slow down the fast break, but he didn't realize his team was doing the fast break.
Here we go. Third and about 3. Empty backfield for Morton. 3 receivers. He'll send the man in motion. Fake it to the motion. There's a man wide open. Good pass and catch by Roddy Willis. And it's another flag on the play. Oh, my goodness. A flag on the play.
You know, right now, again, they're leaving the quarterback for Griffin on his spot, and he is picking them apart. You know, I know the defense in the zone has worked all night, but at this point right now, to preserve this lead, you might want to think about switching it up a little bit and kind of sending some pressure on him a little bit, kind of get him off his spot if you're Jonesboro. If I'm Griffin, hey, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Now, we can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot if I'm Griffin. You know, that was a good executed play, a good completion, but nonetheless, they're going backwards. They lost yards on that play simply because of not executing the play correctly.
All right, 4th down for the Bears. 4th down and 8.
That penalty hurt right there for the Griffin Bears. I mean, that was a crucial penalty at a crucial point in the game. Here you are trying to move the ball down the field to tie this game up or get the lead, and you end up get it converted for a first down, but it has to be called back because you're called for, I think it was holding. Oh, man, not good. And now they have to kind of try to get on the field and get a punt off.
All right, 4th and 8. Clock will start. 8 minutes, 55 seconds to go in the ball game. We got a good one tonight, Coach. End over end kick. It'll hit. Take a nice little tiny Griffin bounce. And it'll be down right there at the 32-yard line. Coach, now it's 8 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the ball game. Bailey is Mosley has kind of been corralled so far in this second half. Do you keep on feeding your horse or what do you do, Coach?
Well, absolutely. I mean, you know, 2 things it does for you, or 3 things it does for you. Number one, it's going to get your horse primed for the season and for the playoff season, because you know once playoffs come, he's going to carry the ball a lot. So might as well get used to it. 2, it chews up clock, and it keeps Griffin from coming back and tying this game up.
All right, they'll hand it off to the first man through the fullback, and he's hit on the line, and he is stuffed. He may have got 2 yards on the carry.
And I said 3 things, Sly, and number 3, it gives your offensive line kudos of confidence to let them know that you're going to ride this game out on their backs.
And that time they had Mosley at fullback and Brooks at tailback, and they handed it off to Mosley in the middle. Now they're sending their big fullback, Quintavious Willer, back in the game with Mosley behind him in the eye. Toss sweep to Mosley. Mosley met on the line of scrimmage, and he may have made it back to the line of scrimmage. And once again, there's that man, number 95, Coach.
Yeah, you know, he definitely is holding that middle down. Anytime they've tried to go up the middle, it's been nothing doing for the Cardinals. 95 for Griffin, he has been a man-child tonight, and he has been stout in that middle for this Griffin Bear defense.
Here we go, I formation one more time for Jonesboro. Play action pass. Oh, incomplete pass right off the fingertips of the receiver, and that'll bring up 4th down.
You know, and if I'm Jonesboro, that had to hurt because you wanted to convert that set of downs into at least 1 first down on that possession. Still plenty of time left in this game. You didn't really run off a lot of clock. Now you're in a punting situation. Let's see if Griffin can capitalize on good defense.
Here's a high punt, and he's waving his people away, and it's taking a Jonesboro roll, and it'll be down on the 26-yard line. Now, Coach, man, that somewhat bothers me, Coach. I want to see a return guy go out there and get one, Coach. I don't know why they don't want to. These youngsters, and it's been going on all year. Every game we've called, it seems like the return guys stay away from the ball.
You know, I agree with you. I think some guys are just not confident fielding the ball. But it's one of those things where you have to in order to help your team out in the field position game.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Griffin ball. They'll hand it off straight up the middle. He'll break a tackle. Uh-oh, he's passing, man. He'll get down to the 35-yard line and tack on another 15 behind that. Looks like it's going to be a face mask penalty. What a strong run straight up the middle.
Wow. And, you know, we talked about it. I mean, if you can't, you know, that just goes to show you how crucial and how important that last offensive possession was to the Jonesboro Cardinals because, you know, by them not being able to move the ball, control the clock, you know, now you've given the ball back to Griffin, and they've been able to reel off a big run right here and kind of seize the momentum. You know, you got to have some good defense right here to stop them from scoring so they won't be able to tie the game.
Isaiah Sproul on the big carry. He's been quiet tonight, but that's a big one up the middle. Sproul straight up the middle, went right back to it.
Well, you know, Sly, the running game for Griffin has not been working all night, but if there's any time for it to start clicking, now is the time. Looks like they found something going on right here. Let's see if the Bears are going to stay with it.
Here we go. Morton in the shotgun. Sending a man in motion. Morton will keep it. Morton breaks out of a tackle. Strong run by the young junior. Tough run. They pick up that first down by the young junior Morton.
That was a gutsy run by the quarterback. You know, Jonesboro had him in their sights. They had him stopped dead behind the line of the game, but he was able to break out of that tackle and go get that first down for his offense.
Here we go. Shotgun formation. They'll hand it off to Sproul. Face penalty flag coming in there. Referee threw that penalty flag in there hard.
Yes, he did. Let's see what the call is right here.
Holding on the play, holding on the play. We're going to back it up a few yards.
You know, Sly, I think that penalty right there is the one that hurts the most out of any other penalty in football. Is that holding penalty?
Yes, sir. That holding penalty hurts. Pass knocked away on the outside. Great defensive play by the cornerback on that side of the field. Looks like that was number 3, Octavius Troutman. Troutman already has a pick tonight.
You know, and that was excellent defense by Troutman. You know, just kind of slow playing, and then once the quarterback committed and kind of started his windup on his throw, Troutman was all over that route, able to get his hands on it and knock it away.
Here we go. They'll send the man in motion. Morton's looking. Morton throws it across the middle. Intercept! Oh, no! Should have been an interception. And, Coach, it hit him in the absolute worst place you can hit a ball player. Coach, where did it hit him?
His hands.
It hit him in the hands, Coach. It hit him in his hands.
I tell you what, I don't know. I don't think Santa Claus could have gave him a much better gift than the quarterback just gave him then. You have to capitalize on that to try to seal the game for your team if you're that Jonesboro safety.
Here we go, 3rd and 20. Morton has a man on the wheel route, and he overthrew him. He had a man on that wheel route, and he just overthrew him, Coach.
Well, I tell you what, I thought Troutman was about to get his second interception on that one right there with the overthrow. Morton is lucky, and I'm sure very happy to have that ball not be intercepted and overthrown on that play.
Morton has been bailed out a few times by the Jonesboro defenders. Lack of hands. Looking for a man in the flat. He's scrambling, throws it on the crossing route, and it's just incomplete. You know, I didn't really see, he had a wide receiver just floating around in the flats. It's like the wide receiver wasn't really running a route or anything. I was kind of lost on that play. It's like you were down the receiver because he was just hanging out.
Well, you know, I would like to see more on a couple of those plays. Maybe just keep the ball because he's shown that he can move the ball and run the ball a little bit. You know, they haven't been able to pretty much complete any of those plays where they had to extend the pass. So let's see what Jonesboro does right here with the ball.
1st and 10, Jonesboro ball. Shotgun formation. Cooper back there with Mosley. They'll throw it out to Griffin. Griffin stays in bounds, and he'll be brought down for a gain of about 4 yards.
Smart play by Griffin that time to make the catch and to stay in bounds. You know, one thing you don't want to do if you're Jonesboro right here is you don't want to do anything to stop the clock.
And this is one time where this no-huddle offense kind of hurts you. You want that clock to run. 4 minutes, 38 seconds. Cooper has it. He looks back at the clock. He's getting the play from Coach Floyd over there on the sideline. Now I think Cooper's ready. He'll take the snap, hand it off to Mosley. Mosley's looking, feeling his way, and Mosley's brought down in the backfield for a loss of about 5. Everything they gained on the pass, they just lost it on the run.
You know, and right here, I don't see Jonesboro running the ball with conviction like they did in the first half. Just kind of like now, they're just kind of saying, okay, let's just go through the motions, hand it off, and try to run the clock out. But if I'm Jonesboro, I want to try to score this ball. I want to try to commit to the run like we have never committed before because this Griffin team has proven that they're not down and out.
Here we go, 3rd and 10. Toss sweep underneath. Toss sweep to Jordan Griffin, and Griffin will pick up about 8 on the carry, and that'll bring up 4th and 1. I think they're going to measure. They're going to call. They stop the clock. They stop the clock. They're going to measure this thing.
Well, I tell you what, Sly, this is going to be a big measurement right here.
3 minutes and 32 seconds, Coach.
This is going to be a huge measurement. You know, if Jonesboro gets the first down, you know, you can almost say that the game is over. If Griffin is able to stop them right here, then it puts Jonesboro in a position where decisions have to be made.
You zoom in on the measurement. Let's see what happens. They have the chains out. They're going to stretch it out. And he's short.
He's short, about a foot short.
Big decision for Coach Floyd.
For Jonesboro right here.
Big decision. Coach, you know I'm going for it, Coach. Coach says no.
No, in this situation, 3 minutes and 32 seconds left. You're up by a touchdown. Punt the ball. Make them go the length of the field. Keep this in mind. The return team of Griffin has shown you they cannot field that rolling punt. So if I'm Jonesboro right now, I kick the ball and I make them go the length of the field. I make them go 80 yards in 3 minutes, and let's see if they can do it.
Now, does Griffin come after the punt?
Now, that is a good question, my friend. At this point, I say yes because they have not been returning the ball anyway. If I'm Griffin, I'm going to get that. But if I'm Jonesboro, I'm hard counting. If they don't jump, then guess what? I'm putting the ball and letting it roll.
See, I think I would have lined up under center and ran that.
Remember, clock's still running, though, Sly. Remember.
The clock is running. Good punt. Yeah. And this will be he didn't catch it in the air. He'll have it. He's losing ground, trying to get to the outside. And a great open field tackle right there. Who is that on the tackle? That's number 20. Number 20 on the tackle, DeAndre Hamler.
Now, see, in that situation right there, that is simply why you punt the ball in that situation. You know, you want to get the ball deep. Clock is running in your favor. You want to put the pressure on the Griffin return team to try to set up the offense in a good position. And like we said all night, they've been having a couple of difficulties trying to field the play cleanly. So I think that time was a great call by the coaching staff on the Cardinals, making this Griffin team have to go 80 yards in 3 minutes.
All right, 1st and 10. Morton's looking, hits a man in the flat. He'll shake a tackle. He'll get the first down, and does he get out of bounds? No, he doesn't get the first down, but he is out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and about 1. 2 minutes, 53 seconds to go in the ball game.
You know, now if you're the Cardinal, though, although you've made a great job, you've done a great job on the kickoff and on the special teams, you have to play defense right here. I mean, you know, if I'm the Cardinals, I got to tell you, I got to send some pressure right here, man.
Let's see what happens. 2nd and 1. They'll hand it off up the middle to Sproul. No, that was number 4. I'm sorry, that wasn't Sproul. That was Tyus. Tyus will be close to the first down, and he will get it. 1st and 10, high school. That stops the clock. 2 minutes, 47 seconds to go in the ball game.
You know, I can't stress it enough. If I'm Jonesboro, I have to send pressure. You have to get Morton off his spot. He's been too good when he just stands back there.
Morton has plenty of time. Oh, way to break on the ball. Good job of breaking. Octavius Troutman breaks that pass up.
Oh, you good. Oh, you good. Hey, well, you know, that was a good play. I mean, right there. In that situation, looks like we have a player down for Griffin. I hope the young man is okay. But you got to applaud Troutman on the way he broke on the ball. He's been playing a excellent game at the defensive back position tonight.
And it looks like Troutman got that shoulder pad right into the back ribs of the defender. That was a tough one. He called it right in the back.
You know, I tell you what, now he's been doing exactly what you want your defender to do in this defense. You know, this defense is a bend, don't break type defense, cover 2, designed to keep everything in front of you. And what you do in this defense is basically you keep everything in front of you and then you break on the ball. And like I've always told my teams and players, good defense is not all about always making interception or fumbles. Sometimes good defense is separating the player from the ball. And that time you were able to see that from Troutman. And as you can see, unfortunately, Griffin has a player down on this play.
But you never root for an injury, but sometimes, you know, that'll give your offense time to think about it, time for your offense to catch a little bit of breath, time for Coach Laws to sit there and give a few pep words to his to his players to get everything right and to get that strategy right. So now we got 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Bears ball. Ball on the 30-yard line. Sending a man in motion across the field, trying to set up the screen. It's not there. Oh, what a stick! Way to deliver the blow on that play, number 10, Seri Paris. Seri Paris had a big stop on the goal line earlier today on 4th down, and he delivered the hit stick on that one.
Well, he came up big on that play right there. The young linebacker was able to step up. He played his zone perfectly, and when the ball came in his zone across his face, he took care of it. Now, that is how you play textbook zone football.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Timeout on the field. It's 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Ball on the 32-yard line. Coach Laws has to dig deep into his playbook. What play do you run on 3rd and 8, Coach?
Well, one thing you have to first realize that in this situation, you don't have to get it all on one play. You know, in this situation, you're going for it all to try to win this game. So this is just like backyard 4-yard touch, 4-down touchdown. Like we used to play growing up. No first down, 4-down touchdown. So in this situation, you have 2 plays to get 8 yards. Now, when you have 2 plays to get 8-yard slot, that kind of changes the game a little bit. Don't have to worry about digging into plays. The only thing you have to do in this situation is, if I'm Coach Laws, I want to make sure that I have 2 plays called in this situation and knowing exactly what to do when it comes down time to execute.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Ball on the 32-yard line. Morton's back there. Morton, 3-step drop. Throws it off his back foot, and then he throws it short. Morton throws it off his back foot, and he throws it short to his receiver. And Morton is living on the edge with some of these passes.
Well, I tell you what, now you had a chance to kind of shorten your journey that time on that play, but just couldn't connect. So now Coach Laws is in a situation where he has to find a play that he can get 8 yards off of on 4th down. If they don't convert this slide, essentially the game is over.
Here we go, 4th and 8. Big play from the young junior. Feeling the pressure. He'll scramble out of it. No! And he is brought down on the play. Sacked by number 10, Sherry Perry, and Callie James. Once again, there's that man, Sherry Perry, causing all type of problems.
I could almost teach a clinic about this cover 2 defense that Jonesboro has played here tonight. I want to give them credit for playing position football, having everybody staying at home, everybody playing their position, and once the ball came into their zone, they were able to attack and make a play. Same thing happened on that play. Just nothing but good textbook defense, able to kind of seal the deal with this ball game. Griffin gave a good fight tonight, but Jonesboro came out on top.
All right, 1 minute and 54 seconds to go. 1st and 10, ball on the 23-yard line. Power I formation. Mosley will dot the I. They'll send in the big man, Sherry Perry. He'll line up at the other tight end, and Coach Floyd's going to call timeout so he can think about it. Now, Coach, we're getting close to that player of the game time. Player of the game, we've had a lot of players step up tonight. If we were to say player of the game just based on the first half, it wouldn't be much of a choice. It's Mr. Mosley, Montrelius Mosley by a landslide. But I'm a defensive guy. You're a defensive guy. And I love the way Sherry Perry has played tonight. He's about big stops. He's made big stops.
Well, that's one of those things where you have to kind of, if you could slice it, I would slice it 3 ways because I like the way Troutman played tonight. I like the way Perry played. And, of course, number 6 on offense, that man, we don't have to say his name, Mr. Montre. He did his job tonight. However, I think, because of point production and getting the momentum going in their favor, I got to go with 6 on the player of the game.
Here we go. Power I formation. Cooper up under center, 1st and 10. They'll shift it over. Hand it off to Mosley. Mosley getting to the outside. Mosley's brought down from behind. Flag on the play, face mask. And we're just going to move it closer to the end zone.
And, right on cue, there's our guy, number 6, making it happen. Even I got to give him player of the game because even in situations like that, with him touching the ball, he causes things to happen. He even gets the, pedigree defensive players making mistakes out there trying to tackle him, Sly. So, I would have to give him player of the game. He was able to have the most impact on the game tonight in my eyes. And as you can see, he's still moving the chains right now for the Cardinals.
Mosley well over 150 yards on the night. 2 touchdowns. Power I formation one more time for Jonesboro. They'll hand it off to Mosley. Mosley a snake on forward. And that'll bring up second and about 6. Second and goal. Second and about 6.
Well, and I'm surprised, Sly, that I hadn't seen Coach come out in the victory formation at this point. I guess he wants to go ahead and try to still execute it, try to score the ball. But, pretty much at this point when the ball was turned over on downs, 3 plays, the ball game is over.
Here we go. Second and goal. Ball on the 6-yard line. Fumble. Oh, dangerous play.
And see, Sly, that's why as a coach I'm saying on the conservative side, go ahead and take the victory formation, and then that way, you know, you have to force Griffin to use that time. Wow.
Coach Floyd just called the timeout.
Interesting.
I didn't see that one coming.
Me either. I don't know if he's trying to think about what he wants to do at this junction in the game. But I don't know. Some strange calls, interesting calls out here tonight.
I'm a bit confused by some of the play calling going on tonight, Coach. But I'm in the booth. And the good thing about being in the booth, I'm always right.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just think, you know, when you have to hand the ball off. You have to do these things on to execute. But, you know, when you have the game in hand, one sure way to cut out all type of turnovers or mishandles and all those things is just pretty much victory formation. Go ahead and go in the half, take the win, and call it a day. But, of course, that's why I guess I'm in the booth and not on the sideline because Coach decided, and I know there was still one timeout left, but I think all that was insignificant in this situation. I mean, pretty much with 1:54 left, you take over on downs, ball game's over.
Here we go, 3rd and 6, 3rd and goal, ball on the 6-yard line. Cooper up under center, Mosley back deep, they'll hand it off to Mosley. Mosley will fight for it. Mosley will get to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 4th and 2.
Now, is he going to kick the field goal? Or is he going to, you know, I'll be surprised to see what the call is going to be right here, Slow.
30 seconds to go in the ball game. Clock is moving. Take the snap. What he call it?
They might as well just run the play. I mean,
Here we go. And they drew, looks like they drew him outside with the hard count.
You know, it's all academic anyway at this point. I mean, you know, the game is over at this point. It's just all about how you want to end it. I mean, you know, we have a lot of different opinions, I think, talking about how we want to end this game. You know, again, Sly, I just think you take the conservative route. Go ahead and take the points while you get a chance. That way, even if they do score, there's no way they can beat you.
Go on ahead and give Mr. Mosley another touchdown. They'll hand it.
And that's exactly what we're talking about in that situation. See, what you do is in that situation, and now you leave here. Here's the deal. Now you leave time on the clock for Griffin to have one more play, perhaps maybe even two more plays. You never know. In that situation, if I'm Jonesboro, I end the game, I kick the field goal, it's over with. Even if they get the ball back and score, they still can't beat you. Now in this situation, one score, Griffin wins the ball game. I don't know about that call, Sly.
I'm a firm believer. You're right there on the 2-yard line. Just hand the ball to your fullback and let them fall down. Well, or even the quarterback, let the quarterback take 2 steps back and take a knee.
Well, they tried to hand the ball to him, and he bobbled the ball. So that's my whole point. You know, keep this in mind. Football, every time you hand the ball
Coach, The Pope is in the country. Time for the Hail. Nope, not a Hail Mary. They're throwing it around. That's a flag. Looks like a forward lateral on the play. And, Coach, that's the end of the ball game. The score is 7-13. Jonesboro over Griffin. What a game, Coach.
Yes, it was. We had an exciting one. Good job. We had an exciting one we had here tonight. Great football, great region action out here tonight between the Griffin Bears and the Jonesboro Cardinals. I tell you what, Coach, we got our money's worth tonight.
Yes, sir. You got your money's worth, and we bring you exciting football here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. Coach, woo! It was a nail biter all the way down to the end. You know, I thought this was going to be a big time affair with points all over the board, but it comes down to penalties and turnovers, Coach. Penalties and turnovers.
Absolutely, and I mean, you know, execution was key out here tonight. We saw some good football, but then we also saw it get a little bit sloppy out here with the penalties. But I think this is a huge win for Jonesboro. I mean, they hadn't beat Griffin in a while, Sly. It's been a while. I'm pretty sure that this has been a great win tonight for the Cardinals of Jonesboro. I mean, one to grow on. This is definitely maybe a signature win for Coach Lloyd out there. Who knows?
Yeah, Coach Floyd, this is a big win for the Jonesboro program. They'll advance to 5-1, while Griffin will drop down to 2-3. It's been a long time since we've seen a Griffin team that has 3 losses, especially a Griffin team with 3 losses this early in the season. You don't really see that too often, Coach.
Yeah, you're right about that. And, you know, they're going to have to really do some soul searching, kind of look at if there are any changes to be made in the scheme or with, you know, their approach up front, because they just basically got worn down tonight by a Jonesboro Cardinal team that basically just stuck to their guns, ran the ball, and played a stellar defensive game tonight.
Well, Coach, we had a few great players tonight, Coach, and we're going to sit down and think about this Player of the Game trophy, Coach. Who do you think deserves the Player of the Game tonight, Coach?
Well, I have to go with my guy 6 on the offense for Jonesboro Cardinal, Mr. Montravius. I mean, he was the man out here tonight amongst boys. I think he carried the team. I think he inspired some other players to play well, which in turn, you know, gave Jonesboro this much-needed huge victory to take them to 5-1. So, you know, I have to say my vote goes to number 6, offense. We know what we're talking about. Mr. Montravius, that's our guy.
Montravius Mosley, he did have a monster game over there on the offensive side of the ball tonight. But Coach, I think on the defensive side of the ball, I want to give it to my man Seri Pari. I hope I'm saying the young man's name correctly, but he had an awesome game on defense. He had a big stop down there on the defensive goal line. He had a big sack. He had a big hit over there on the far sideline. Seri Pari, the senior, had an awesome game, and he'll be my defensive player of the week.
Gotcha. I don't think I can really argue with that one. Although Troutman did make a case out there tonight. You know, he was a ball hawk out there tonight for that Jonesboro Cardinals secondary.
All right, well, that'll bring us to the end of the game. We're sitting up here watching all the fans go in, and we're going to call it a night. We got a few stats here. We want to bring up the stats tonight for Montravius Mosley. Mr. Mosley had 21 carries for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mr. Montravius Mosley. What a big game from the young man. Oh, yeah. Well, Coach, it's been a good one here at the Clayton County High School Game of the Week. I'm Sylvester Williams, and I've been joined by Coach T. Nolan. We'll see you again next week as we bring you more exciting Clayton County High School football. Check us out. Have a good night, folks.